Today on the green screen, we're talking about being hungry and foolish. So Jam sent me this email today. Jam's one of our team members, because we Rocky Jams, get it? He actually used to be like a sound guy for our band. It says, risk more than others think is safe, care more than others think is wise, dream more than others think is practical, and expect more than others think is possible. So I thought it was a good segue, an awesome quote, into what be hungry, stay hungry, stay foolish means to me. See it as a bottom line in my email signature. It really originally came from a Steve Jobs quote in the back of the Whole Earth catalog that he used in his Stanford commencement speech, I think 2005, and he ended his speech with that. And I never really understood what it means, like stay hungry, stay foolish. And I think in business, people can look at somebody that's risking a lot and they can look a little foolish, right? Wouldn't you say some people might think that what you're doing, starting a business 2 months after you had a kid?
I think, yeah, I think a lot of things that I've done, people would say are foolish.
And the point is hunger is the key to success. And it's really hard to stay hungry because when you have success, what happens? You immediately have means, you immediately have money, so you start to get lazy. And laziness drives, not success, not hunger. And when you have all the food in the world, or you have all the money in the bank, what are you motivated to go do? You're set, right?
Yeah.
So why in Printed Threads, you guys were very successful out of the gate. You could have just held on to that money. Why not just retire early?
Well, one of our core values is a passion for progress. That's all we want to do is more. We're constantly pushing to do things better, to print better, to be in touch with more people. That's what drives us. That's what we thrive on, is building relationships with people, and it excites me. I want to get up tomorrow thinking, like, what can I do today? Something different, something exciting.
And when you're putting more on the line, when you're risking more, or you have less of a safety net, you're gonna automatically be hungrier for success. And that hunger is what without hunger or without drive, you're not successful. And if you have too much of something, that security or whatever it is, you don't get enough hunger. I think hunger can also become a habit. It's just a constant drive for good betterment and improvement. But when you're putting it all on the line, it even takes it to the next level. It's something that you guys do all the time, is continuing to invest. We were just having the conversation in savings, and you're investing a lot of the money back into the company. Brett, that's a little foolish, don't you think?
Yeah, I just constantly want to be a better version of what we are today, and I think that if we're not growing our knowledge and we're not growing our abilities, that I'm just not going to be happy. I'm not the type of person that can just sit still, and so I'm always wanting to do a little bit better, a little bit more. And it's funny, I wasn't the best student in school. I guess I passed the tests and everything, but I wasn't someone that wanted to go to school every day and learn. But at this point in my life, I love learning. I love the idea of being able to take some information back to my company and say, hey, I learned this thing this week. We're gonna do this stuff better next week. And I think it probably drives some people crazy, but it's also what keeps our company interesting.
Yeah, it's so easy to start just sliding through in business or sliding through in life, and you have to put risk out there. You have to put yourself out there. You have to put yourself in situations that is going to force you to work harder, to force you to be better, because it will drive its own hunger. So for instance, I remember I was plateauing in running, and I started running, I was seeing immediate results, and somebody told me, he's like, dude, sign up for a race. I'm like, why would I do that? That sounds stupid. So he's like, if you sign up for a race, you're going to be motivated to go out there and actually run, because a bunch of people you're going to be timing, you're going to be racing. And he was totally right. It totally took my running game to the next level. It made me practice harder. It made me exercise more, because I was going after something I knew it was coming, and I had to get ready for it.
Yeah. So for us last year, for us in the year 2017, we set very specific goals for ourselves. This is what we want to do by the time 2018 hits. We worked so hard and we met and surpassed those goals. So in 2018, we're sitting here like, oh, we surpassed our goals. What now? Woohoo! We have to set new goals. And so every year at the beginning of the year, I recommend taking a couple days with the core group of your company. Maybe it's you and one other person, maybe it's you and 5 other people. Get out of the shop. Go somewhere that you can feel inspired, somewhere that's quiet, and start planning out what's next. Because if you don't have a next, you have nothing to wake up and work on tomorrow.
The other thing too is that putting it out there, laying it out, and really putting yourself in a special situation will really show you what you're made out of, show your team what they're made out of. And is the mother of invention. Is scarcity is the mother like of creativity and of invention. There's a lot of great stories out there, like the best ideas come from the worst times. The most businesses are started from the worst economies because you're forced to do something different. Southwest Airlines, they made their entire business model because they had to sell one of their airplanes. They had 4 airplanes. They had to go to 3, otherwise they're going to go bankrupt. And so they said, how can we run off 3 airplanes? Like, well, we can take 45-minute gate times to 15, and then we can do it like that. And so their entire business model was made based off of necessity. If they would have had $100 gajillion in venture capital sitting in the bank, that never would have happened for them. And so you never know what's going to happen or what ideas are going to come up with, what ideas your team's going to come up with, until you put them in that situation, that pressure cooker, and then amazing things can happen.
Yeah, I always recommend reading. If you're not good at reading, which I'm not, I listen to a lot of audiobooks. Go to conferences, go meet other people, get involved with other businesses and learn. See what people are doing and let other people inspire you to do better.
Always learn, always improve. And speaking of that, I think that wraps up the book. That's the last chapter. I don't even have my book anymore because it's that's the last page of the book. I think really appreciate, Brett, all your time. It was way easier than reading it, like a lot more fun too. I had some prestige and some local brews. Went around Portland, and hope you guys enjoyed it. This is only the first season. I hope to do this again. We have some other cool concepts that we're talking about writing on. We'd love to have you back as well. Yeah, let us know what you liked, what other things we could talk about in the future. Stay tuned for season 2, to be determined yet, and other stuff available for Ryonet, from Allmade, from Printed Threads. This guy's awesome, does a ton of education. I think really pushing this industry forward. ThreadX 2019 we'll be at. It's going to be awesome. Maybe you'll have me back and speak again?
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
All right, guys. Thank you for learning with us and growing with us, and keep making it happen.